All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I really have a surge in my spirit to share this because it's an inspiration the Lord gave me yesterday. It is my belief that there are certain people that are walking right into their season of harvest. The funny thing about life is this: everybody in life harvests something over time. Genesis chapter 8, verse 22 said, seed time and harvest. Meaning to say that as long as somebody sows something, whatever it is, the person is going to get a return of that thing the person sows. Galatians chapter number 6, verse number 7, 8, and 9 says that let us not be weary whilst doing good, because we are going to reap the harvest of what we have sown. And harvest is a byproduct of certain activities. Meaning to say this: if you are going to be a person who will harvest anything worthwhile in life, then you have to be careful what you plant. Seed time is a key factor. So, having said that, my intent is to give you two codes that will help you to receive a better harvest in life. Because remember, harvest is a byproduct. It is a direct result, it's a resultant effect of something somebody is doing over time. And if it is so, then there are a lot of people who are already reaping stupidity of years ago. There are also people who are reaping wisdom, action carefully taken of years ago. So your life right now is a direct result of your life in the past. A wise man said something and it caught my attention. He said that there are two best times to plant an Iroko tree. So the first best time is 20 years ago. And then the second best time is today. Meaning to say, even if I missed it yesteryears, 20 years back, and if I can begin to pay attention to what I'm planting now, it won't be long. 20 years will come again, will become yesteryear, and I will have the result. So everybody in life is reaping what they are sowing. And it is my belief that God wants people to start sowing or start becoming at least conscious of what they plant, what they sow, because sooner than later, they'll begin to reap. So the two things I'm going to bring to your notice, number one, is that if you are going to harvest something good, you have to first of all do the first code, which is the code of identifying and clearing. What does that code mean? It simply means that if a farmer, for instance, is going to plant a cassava, whether he has a farmland or not, he has to first of all identify a land he would plant on. So you have to identify what is it you really want your life. You want to start sowing your time, because time is a seed. Knowledge is a seed. Relationships are seed, and all whatnot. So you have to identify the kind of challenges you want to solve, what you really want to do, you want to pour your time into. Because remember, it is what you sow that you reap. It is not where you sow you will reap. It is what. So it does not matter where. The focus is what. So identify what you want to pour your energy, where you want to pour your time, so you can begin to think in the future from today. That soon enough, I'm going to harvest something. And then, of course, you need to do clearing. Clearing talks about mindset. People have lots of mindset that limits them. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if you don't have a mindset that is healthy to help you pilot the directions of your life, it's going to jeopardize everything God wants to do for you. Even if God wants to make you the president of this world, if there's anything like that, president of any nation, of any group, whatever, and your mindset is this mindset of a slave, I guarantee you, all you can get as a return is the reward of a slave. Ecclesiastes says something that caught my attention. Ecclesiastes said that there is something that Solomon has seen on the surface of the earth. He said also, woe is a nation whose kings are slaves. So if we don't clear off the slave mentality in our mind, slave mentality are the people that never believe that anything good can come out of their life. And when by chance they are privileged to receive something good, they have crab mentality that hinders other people from getting anything good also, because they want to monopolize what has been given to them. In their mind, because of the slave mindset, they think this good thing has finally happened to me. So I think I have to deny any other person. Let me get it for myself, for the rest of my family. And you can see it happens in a lot of nations. Even here in Nigeria, it's affecting us. So somebody assumes power and no other person needs to get into power. You know, it's a mentality. So if we don't clear the mindset, even if we assume power, we still sabotage ourselves. Whereas if we get it straight, if we get it right, we clear the jargons, the junks, all the nonsense thing. I guarantee you, things are going, you'll be ready for the next stage. Second code has to do with plowing and then planting. Plowing has to do with breaking the ground, basically with machinery. But the idea there is this. No matter how far you want to go in life, there is a need for certain scrutiny, for certain training, for certain pruning. It's important. Jesus said something that caught my attention. He said that any plant or any tree that bears fruit, my Father prunes so that he can be able to produce more. In other words, some of you might be having a season of your life where we are going through some tough process. Can guarantee you it might be a pruning for the next season. You know, harvest, if you harvest this year, you will need to harvest next year. So the same process you went through last year, going to go through this year. What does it mean? For every level, there's a devil. So if you want to cross to a new level, there are certain prunings you need to go to match up for that level. So plowing, the discipline, the training, the drilling is not a bad thing. Take your time and go through that phase with confidence, with courage, with joy in your heart, and I guarantee you, you're going to come out an amazing personality on the other side. I see you having a harvest, but don't forget, harvest is a byproduct. Harvest is not instantaneous. Just like when God told the creation from Genesis, that's man. He said, increase, subdue be fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue the earth, and have dominion. People pray for dominion, but dominion is not a prayer point. Dominion is a byproduct of 4 stages: fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue. The resultant effects of these 4 activities is dominion. The same way harvest is. Harvest is a resultant effect of not prayer point, but certain careful seeds, activity sown. That's why we are bringing you this harvest code. So by next week, you're going to hear the second part of this harvest code. God bless you.